Hey guys, welcome back to today's second video of the circulatory system. I'm uploading a bit early. I know I said at 6 o'clock, but I'm uploading at around 5 o'clock this video, or 5 or 4. I don't know the exact time. What's the time right now? Yeah, it's 3:21. So this video may come out around 4 o'clock or 4:15. Yeah, so let's get started. So, what is circulatory system? Every organ in our body requires the involvement of circulatory body fluids. For example, you take your digestive system where nutrients get absorbed or which need to be transported to every cell of the body. Here circulatory system comes in, the blood carries them, transports to each and every cell, like does all the work of transporting. Okay, next if you take respiratory system, the CO2 need to be carried out. The blood carries CO2 from all the parts of your body, through the heart, lungs. Okay, from lungs they go out through your nose or from nostrils. Okay, next, excess water, excess salts, the waste has to be carried by the blood to the kidneys, and their ultrafiltration, reabsorption, all this goes on. And hormones secreted by the endocrine system have to be carried out throughout the body. So even here blood comes in. Fluids in our body, see, our body has mainly three types of fluid: blood, tissue, lymph. First, we'll talk about blood. In blood, there's three types: arteries, veins, capillaries, which carry the blood vessels. Okay, properties of blood. Blood is never stationary. Blood is always in motion from the heart to the arteries and back through the veins. But if blood is stationary, you are not alive. Okay. Color: bright red, an artery, or dark red, a vein. See, when there is a dark red color blood, it's a vein. When your blood is bright red, it's an artery. An average adult human has 5 to 6 liters of blood by volume in his body, and blood is a little bit salty in taste. Okay, the main function of the blood in our body can be treated under two broad headings: transport by blood and transport of digested food, transport of oxygen, transport of carbon dioxide, transport of excreted materials, as I had said here earlier. So this is a diagram of blood. I hope you all can see this, or I'll send the this file in the telegram channel. Please check it out there. Okay, it also helps in distribution of hormones, distribution of heat. See, blood consists of mainly plasma and cellular elements. In plasma, 50 to 60% of the blood is plasma, and the 40 to 45% of the blood is RBC, WBC, platelets, etc. So first, if we go with plasma, it's a yellow color alkaline fluid. It mainly consists of water, proteins, inorganic salts, and other substances. The plasma from which the protein fibrinogen has been extracted is called serum. There's an experiment in your concise Selena book on this serum thing. You can just check it out. It's very easy, so I didn't explain it. If you want to explain of it, explanation of it, just DM me directly in Telegram. My Telegram account link is in my Telegram channel, and the link of the Telegram channel is in my bio. Okay, cellular elements. See, there are three types of cellular elements in blood: RBC, WBC, and platelets. RBC helps in carrying transport, or it helps in, yeah, it helps in transport mainly, and it also helps in sometimes, like, just, okay guys, leave it off. RBC helps in transport. Remember this main point. Okay, these are minute biconcave disc-like structures, flat in the center and thick and rounded periphery. These are very small, about 7 micron in diameter, and the small size plus the concavities on either side provides a large surface area, which makes them very difficult and efficient in absorbing oxygen. See, as you can see, there's a big hole, like a structure like a hole, which stores the oxygen or any type of protein or anything. So these lack nucleus, and like they are 7 micron, which is 10 to the power around 6 or 10 to the power 7. I don't remember neatly. Okay, they are 7 micron small. Okay, they're thick at its periphery, so they form a bowl like structure where they store oxygen. Okay, next, hemoglobin is the effective chemical constant of RBC. See, the red blood cells have a colorless spongy body or stroma which contains a respiratory pigment hemoglobin. Due to this hemoglobin, they get their red color. Okay, this is a red colored pigment. Hemoglobin has very strong affinity for carbon monoxide. So, when you by chance if you inhale carbon monoxide, hemoglobin breaks its bonds with oxygen and forms carbamine hemoglobin, which is very dangerous for health and like, so they say that carbon monoxide is very dangerous. Stay as far as away from possible as away, like from, like if you see, like if you sense a carbon monoxide is being leaked or a gas which is named as carbon monoxide is around you, just far, go far. How much far is possible, just go far away from it. Okay, life and death of RBCs. In adult, RBCs are produced in the bone marrow. Okay, and in embryo, liver and spleen. Actually, RBCs die in spleen when you become an adult. Okay, the mature RBC cells have no nucleus. The unmatured or just born RBC cells or just produced ones have nuclei. Okay, the average life of RBC is 120 days, which is approximately 4 months. The old and weak red blood cells are destroyed in the spleen, liver, and bone marrow. Okay, see, even when you are listening to me, your RBC cells are dying inside you. Each and every second, thousands of RBCs dies, thousands come out as new ones. Okay, mammalian red blood cells have no nucleus, no mitochondria, no endoplasmic reticulum, etc., etc. Abnormal increase of RBC is called polycythemia and abnormal decrease is called erythropenia. There may be a question on these both. Remember these both words: polycythemia increase, erythropenia decrease. Okay, WBCs. See, there are 5 types of WBCs. Yeah, there are 5 types of WBCs. First of all, what are WBCs? Leukocytes, leuko-white side cells, white cells, WBCs. From differ from red blood cells, they have nucleus. They don't contain hemoglobin. They are much less compared to the RBCs. Okay, origin and life of WBCs. The WBCs are produced in red bone marrow, lymph nodes, and sometimes even in liver and the spleen. The average life is about 2 weeks. Functions of leukocytes. Phagocytosis. This is the process of engulfing of bacteria. See, when the WBC spot a bacteria in your body, they come out of the blood vessel. They sneak out of the blood vessel. They go out of the blood vessel. They engulf it and enter back into the blood vessel. This is called as phagocytosis. Okay, don't forget this. Next, inflammation occurs due to reaction of tissues to injury. Okay, localized invasion of germs. See, when you get an injury, there's a small inflammation or like some type of inflammation in your body. Like they say, right, you got a big bump, like small type of pimple or something. When you get a bone injury, there's like a whole balloon in your like you got a bone injury in your leg. There's a balloon formed in your leg. That's called as inflammation. This occurs due to WBCs. Okay, they form antibodies, and there are 5 types of WBCs, mainly neutrophils, eosinophils, and basophils. Okay, there are others. Wait, let me just tell. I'm just zooming in the picture. Yeah, this is the picture, bro. Alright. I'm just zooming into the picture. Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Yeah. Neutrophils, they are the 55 or nearly 70% of the RBCs are WBCs. My bad. WBCs are neutrophils. They have 3 to 4 lobed nucleus. They are granulated. Okay. Next, they engulf. They mainly neutrophils do phagocytosis. I want you to remember this whole table which is on the screen. It's even in your textbook in the page number 91. Remember the table. There may be a question in that in any exam from your first unit test till your final. Okay. Next, bone. They are all the blood components like WBC, RBC are produced in bone marrow. Remember this. RBCs are mainly killed in spleen. Okay. Eosinophils, nucleus with 2 lobes, large cytoplasmic granules stained dark red with ecine, engulf bacteria, secrete antitoxins associated with allergy. Basophils, nucleus large and indistinctly lobed, granular, granules stain with basic dyes, methylene, blue, etc. Release chemicals for inflammation which dilate blood vessels, as I had said you earlier. Lymphocytes, smallest of WBCs, single large nucleus, produce antibodies. Monocytes, largest of WBCs, nucleus large, kidney shaped at the site of infection, transform into macrophages, ingest germs. See, don't forget that fills granulated, sites non-granulated. Fills, the WBCs with the name fills at the end are granulated, sites are non-granulated. Remember this, okay? Next, if we move ahead, platelets, thrombocytes. Blood platelets are minute oval or round structures. See, like this, non-nucleated, floating in the blood. They are about 2, 2 million to 4 million per cubic millimeter of blood in adult. The platelets are derived from some giant cells called megakaryocytes in the red bone marrow. The lifespan is 3 to 5 days and are destroyed mainly in the spleen. Everything is destroyed in the spleen, guys. It releases thrombokinase which clots the blood. This reaction is the most important reaction, okay? So what is the reaction is, thrombokinase is released by platelets. That thrombokinase is added with prothrombin, and that produces thrombin, which is active. Prothrombin is inactive. Thrombokinase is it's like a chemical released by platelets, and it's also called as factor X, so don't get confused. Thromboplastin or factor X or thrombokinase, they may give any three names, but don't get confused. Prothrombin is inactive. It combines with thrombokinase to form thrombin, which is active, and the catalyst of this reaction is calcium ions. This thrombin combines with fibrinogen found in the platelets or blood plasma to fibrin, which is insoluble, and here also calcium is the main catalyst. Next, fibrin forms a network of threads, of sticky threads, and the plus RCBs combined with that fibrin, and this forms the clot which doesn't allow your blood to flow when you get an injury. So there are four types of blood groups: A, B, AB, O. Antigen A, antibody B. In A blood group, antigen A, antibody B. In B blood group, antigen B, antibody A. In AB, antigen A and B, no antibody. No antigen, both antibody A and B. Okay. So here O is the universal donor. AB is the universal recipient. You can give any type of blood to AB, and you can take any type of blood from O. Just take blood from O and put it in A, B, AB. It will accept. Okay, but like uh, you can't take the blood of O and put it in sorry, you can't take the blood of A and put it in O. O can give blood to only O, but O can, yeah, O can take blood from only O. O can give blood to anyone, but O can take blood from only O. And AB uh, can give blood to only AB, but AB can take blood from anyone. Okay, AB can only give blood to AB, but can take from anyone. ABO system. According to ABO system, the human blood group is classified into A, B, AB, O. Okay, wait. Let me just check how many more minutes. One. Yeah, three more pages. We'll just complete it and wind it up within 10 minutes max. O is a type. O type is called universal donor. AB is called universal recipient. RH stands for rhesus, our common monkey, the factor in which this was first discovered. The circulatory system consists of heart and blood vessels. Okay, the heart is right in the center between the two lungs and above the diaphragm. It is protected by a double-walled membranous covering called pericardium. Okay, chambers of the heart. The heart consists of four chambers: two upper atria and two lower ventricles. The atria have thinner walls because their major function is to receive blood from the body and pump it into the very next ventricles. The ventricles have thicker muscle walls because they have to pump blood to long distances. Okay, blood vessels entering and leaving the heart. See, blood vessels entering the heart: anterior vena cava, brings deoxygenated blood from anterior or upper regions of the body, including head, chest, and arms. Posterior vena cava brings blood to heart from legs, stomach, or any other part. Okay, below the heart, posterior, above the heart, anterior. Okay, blood vessels leaving the heart, pulmonary artery arises from right ventricle, carries to deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Okay, and aorta arises from the left ventricle, carries oxygenated blood to all of the body, and coronary arteries supply blood to the heart muscles. Remember this, there was a question based on this in the 2025 board paper. Which part or which artery supplies blood to the heart? Coronary artery. Valves regulate the flow of blood in a single direction. Okay, next, right atrioventricular valve. It has three thin triangular leaf like flaps and is therefore called tricuspid valve. I think you all have your textbook right now. Just open it, open that diagram, the first one here, and in that check out for or look for tricuspid valve. And next, if we go with left atrioventricular valve, it has two cusps, not like a right one. It has only two cusps, so it's called the bicuspid. And left one is tricuspid, right one is bicuspid. So don't forget this. Most of you get confused in this. Don't get confused. Okay. Next, pulmonary semilunar valves are located at the opening of the right ventricle into the pulmonary artery. Okay. Next, rotate. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Rotate semilunar. Wait a minute, guys. There's some error in that word. I'll just check that out. Give me a time. Give me some time. That's not rotate, guys. That's aortic semilunar valves are located at the point of origin of aorta from the left ventricle. Circulation of the blood in the heart. Okay, it starts with the. Now we are gonna go with the hearts in like we are gonna I'm gonna now explain the pacemaker. Okay, I think most of you know what's a pacemaker, so I'm gonna go with the pacemaker. See, what's a pacemaker? It starts with the contraction of two atria. The ventricles at the same time are relaxing and are empty. The blood from the atria passes into the ventricle easily. Next, the ventricle contracts and the atria relaxes. Walls are closing and the passage preventing the return of blood. The only course left for the ventricular blood is to enter the pulmonary artery from the right ventricle and the aorta from the left ventricle. Okay. Next, heartbeat. Each full beat of human heart lasts for about 0.85 seconds. Don't forget that it lasts for only 0.85 seconds. There may be a question on this. So if you get confused, remember a shortcut, that is 8 minus 5 is equals to 3. Remember 3. Okay. Next, if we go ahead, the heart sounds lup and dub, lup and dub. You can keep your hand on your heart and like go to a place which is very silent, totally silent. Keep your hand on your heart and you can hear the sound of your heart, lub dub, lub dub, lub dub, lub dub. Okay, the sound lub is produced when the atrioventricular valves get closed sharply at the start of ventricular systole. The sound dub is produced when the beginning of the ventricular diastole, the semilunar valves at the roots of aorta and the pulmonary artery get closed. The impulse or a command which starts the heart arises in the pacemaker located in the walls of the right auricle. And as you can see, this is the diagram of an artery and a vein, how an artery is and how a vein is. You can just study it when I upload in the YouTube, sorry, Telegram. And don't think that why I'm just reading everything, because I have explained each and every line in so much detail that even if I read this, that's enough for you all to understand. Okay, next, the blood vessels. The blood vessels are branched tubules extending from the heart to all parts of the body. Okay, there are three kinds of blood vessels: arteries, capillaries, and veins. An artery is a vessel which carries blood away from the heart towards any organ. Characteristics of an artery: thick muscular walls, a narrow lumen, and the blood in it flows in sprouts which correspond to the ventricular contractions of the heart. A vein is a vessel which carries blood away from the organ towards the heart. Characteristics of a vein: thin muscular walls, a wider lumen, the blood in it flows uniformly, and it contains thin pocket shaped valves. The smallest or the final branch of an artery is called an arteriole. Arterioles are high muscular and can change the diameter manifold. The arterioles break up into the capillaries. Okay, a capillary is a very narrow tube. Characteristic of a capillary: it consists of a single layer of squamous epithelium, has no muscles. Number of blood The total number of blood capillaries is present in the whole body is almost inconceivable. Function of capillaries: to allow outward diffusion of oxygen and to allow inward diffusion of carbon dioxide, allow inward and outward diffusions of substances like glucose, amino acids, etc. Leukocytes to squeeze out through the capillary walls by the means of amoebic movement. Okay, leukocytes, as I had said you, phagocytosis happens mainly in capillaries. Okay, this is the last page, and after this we'll end the video, guys. Don't take tension. Okay, the two blood circulations, pulmonary and systematic. The general plan of blood circulation in our body: blood flows twice in our heart before it completes one full round. The short pulmonary circulation and the long systematic circulation. The blood circulation in the human body is also called double circulation. See, I'll just explain short pulmonary and long in two words. Short pulmonary happens from lungs to heart. Pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. See, pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood to lungs, and from there, when once it's oxygenated, the pulmonary vein carries it back to the heart. This is called pulmonary circulation or the short circulation. Long systematic: see, what happens in long systematic is the major it starts with aorta. From aorta it enters dorsal aorta. From there it enters all the body parts through the arteries and tissues. From there, and it is collected by the veins, and then it's poured back into the heart. And this is long, like the movement of blood from heart to all parts of the body. Each and every part of the body is known as long, and heart and lungs short. Don't forget this. There may you I have seen most of the students get confused on these questions. Okay, hepatic portal vein. They have been starting from the stomach and enter shines. Do not directly convey the blood to the posterior vena cava. Okay, there's some error in this word. I'll just recheck it. Give me a second. Okay, that's not shrines, that's stomach. There was an error. Okay, they the veins start from the stomach in hepatic portal system, and the intestines do not directly convey the blood, okay, to the posterior vena cava. Instead, the blood first goes into the hepatic portal vein, which is combined to the liver. The blood goes into liver, from there hepatic portal vein, and it breaks up into the capillaries in contrast, and then enters hepatic vein, and from there it enters the heart. So this is called a hepatic portal system. This is the last topic, and here your chapter ends. Thank you for watching, guys. Tata, bye bye. See you in the next video, which is tomorrow. Get ready for tomorrow's video. I am telling again and again. Tomorrow I am gonna do a large video. I'm not gonna tell which video it is. I want you all to see the physics video which I am uploading before this, so that you can get a just hint of what tomorrow I am doing. I've said it in the physics video. Tata, guys, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Asala.